India faces one of its biggest diplomatic dilemmas. The left parties in India, they are raising the alarm. Don't join the US Board of Peace. It's a trap. And this is not exaggeration, by the way. You're watching TimesXP. It's me, Yatri, narrating this story to you. US President Mr. Donald Trump has launched a controversial global initiative, the Board of Peace. It is being pitched as solution for Gaza and other conflict zones as well, rebuilding the war-torn areas, in fact, strengthening governance and institution, attracting international investment, mobilizing large-scale funding. Sounds like a noble cause, but on surface. Here's the catch, this board is heavily US controlled. Countries that pay $1 billion get permanent seats, others can join but only for a temporary 3-year term. And critics warn that this isn't about peace, it's about power, it's about money, it is about influence. But you know why India's left parties are sounding the alarm here? In a joint statement, left leaders warned that the US Board of Peace deliberately bypasses the United Nations. It creates a new global structure controlled by Washington, undermining international law. India should reject it and stand firmly for Palestine and the global South. Well, the statement also called the move imperial ambition in disguise, suggesting the US is trying to dictate terms globally under the banner of peace. You know, this is kind of consistent with the left's historical anti-US positions, which has criticized past interventions and unilateral US actions around the globe. But Trump's version, it is bold, it is controversial, it is unfiltered. Speaking to the press, Trump openly criticized the United Nations. The UN just has not been very helpful. I created the Board of Peace because the UN failed to settle wars. I wish we didn't need it, but we do. Well, he claimed that board will oversee everything: regional relationship, governance, capacity building, reconstruction, capital mobilization. Basically, in other words, Trump positions the US as the ultimate decision maker, leaving traditional international bodies like the UN sidelined. Now here's where India fits in. Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has received an invitation to join the board. This is delicate. India has historically supported Palestine and the two-state solution. At the very same time, India maintained close ties with Israel. Joining a US-led board, it would be seen as aligning against Palestinian rights and undermining international law. And this is why the left parties are urging caution. They see it as a trap disguised as diplomacy. But wait, what happens if India joins? Experts warn that India could be seen as supporting US. Permanent membership would require $1 billion, huge financial commitment. Temporary membership, it may limit the influence and make India a junior partner in the US-controlled forum. Aligning with Trump's board would strain India's relationship with global South countries and the UN allies. In short, India could gain prestige or be dragged into global power game controlled by the US. In the end, the Board of Peace is not just about Gaza, it's about US influence, reshaping international conflict governance and testing global power limits. India's decision could impact diplomatic relationships with Israel, Palestine, and the Middle East countries. Standing in the United Nations, its role as a leader of global South, and future investment of the strategic partnership. So this is a historic crossroad for India. The left parties are clear: don't let the US use India as a pawn. Stand firm, defend international law, defend Palestinian rights. The world is watching. Every step India takes here could shape its foreign policy for decades.